let's call this my college sobering up Bible. I want to share with you one of my favorite Bibles. Second video in this series. You can check out the other ones in the comments, or if you're on YouTube, right here. But this is the Charles Swindoll Living Insight Study Bible. And I've got some crazy stories about this Bible, because this is not the original one that I've had. I've actually had like probably 8 of these, and I just keep hunting for them. And when I found this one, I made the decision that I'm not going to get rid of any more of them, because there's a reason why. So, I had a very interesting career when I was in college. I worked at a liquor store, and then I sold Bibles for a living. And for a while, they kind of overlapped, the two jobs did. But I found this Bible in like the back corner of the place where I worked. It was kind of dusty, and it was a paperback one. So this is hardback. It was paperback, and I got off from the liquor store at midnight, 4 nights a week. And I would go home and I'd be wide awake because I've been working an 8-10 hour shift. And I would sit on my front porch of my house in college, and I would just kind of wind down off of just working for so long. I'd sit there and I'd smoke cigarettes, and I would just think. And I'd just gone through a very, very just kind of rough patch in life. And what I ended up doing was sitting out there at night and starting to read the Bible. Now, I'd always read the Bible, not as voraciously as I did during that season. It's probably one of the most just spiritual, formative times of my life. But what I also did was I started reading the New Testament for the first time. And this was the Bible that I was reading the New Testament with for the first time. And I love this Bible because there's all sorts of great stuff. Now, typically, I'm not such a big fan of a Bible or a study Bible that's coming from one person or one person's point of view, because you just get that. And to me, Scripture is much bigger than one person's point of view. But the resources and stuff that this Bible has in it are awesome. There's like long form articles from Charles Swindoll, who, while theologically I don't really agree with him that much on some pretty major things, but just his devotional content and his heart for Scripture, his heart for Jesus is fantastic. And so, unlike a lot of study Bibles, there's a deep amount of like actual like biblical content, and there's some the little formats and the things inside this Bible are great. There's great charts for like where this book was in the story of Scripture, and it outlined books of the Bible for the first time for me, and I realized that there is a rhythm and there's a communication strategy that's is in every single book of the Bible, and it just really lines it out. But there's longer form articles that are in this Bible as well that are just fantastic, that I'm a big fan of. That's why I love it. So here's the reason I keep on getting rid of these Bibles. So the first one I brought it with me to Jamaica on a mission trip, kind of at the back end of this just rough season of life where I was starting to patch things back together, and I ended up giving it away to some like person in Jamaica. Said, I need a Bible. So, here you go. Here's that. And I didn't realize, like, at that point in time, this was like pre-Amazon days. Like, the internet was there, but it was kind of hard to find stuff. I couldn't find another one of these things for years. It drove me crazy. I finally found another one, and I ended up giving it to my mom because she liked it so much. And then I found another one, and it just I started giving them away and just kind of keep giving them away. And about 2 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to find one of these things, and it's not going to leave my house because it's out of print now. You can't find it. Sometimes you can find these for $5, $10. Sometimes, like, these things are like $80. There's a recurring thing in my favorite Bibles. They're all out of print and they all get way too expensive for silly reasons. But I have this. It's the NIV, that when I'm going to use New International Version, this is what I use. When I'm going to preach from NIV, this is the one that I use. And this is a fantastic first Bible for an adult who's really wanting to start studying Scripture for the first time. I highly recommend it if you can find one. And if I ever find a paperback, I might give this one away. But second Bible in my series, My Favorite Bibles.